Hi, I'm the Smoking Elk, and today we are making smash burgers topped with a candied jalapeno and cheese sauce. Oh baby. That's right, we are going to be making smash burgers, but not just any smash burgers. We are going to be making smash burgers, but we're going to be topping it with some nachos, a cheddar cheese and candied jalapeno sauce, toasted bun, bit of mustard. Oh baby, these are going to be some good burgers. So first up, we're going to talk you through the smash burger process and these 5 simple to follow steps that will guarantee you success every time. Step 1, crack one of these because it's going to be thirsty work and you're going to need to stay hydrated. Just kidding, that's not step 1. Let's start again, but that's a bonus step. Number 1, fat is king. Now you're going to want quite a bit of fat in your mince. Don't go buying that supermarket 5% lean, extra lean mince rubbish. It's going to be no good. You're going to end up with dry, crumbly burger that you're not going to want to eat. It's going to be terrible. So fat is king. 20% fat, absolute minimum. So that's rule number 1. Just to add to that rule, experiment with your burger grind. You can ask your butcher to do this. Today I've gone with a 50-50 mix of beef shin and skirt. This is a new blend to me. I have added some additional fat into there, some sirloin fat, just to get us to that magic 20-25% number. Don't know why I'm experimenting with a new grind for my video, but hey, we're all in it together. So 20% fat, experiment with your meat. Supermarket meat, I mean, I have used cheap supermarket mince with 20% fat and had fantastic results, but if you really want to go the extra mile, you know, you can mix brisket meat, shin meat, rib meat, sirloin meat. If you've got yourself a grinder at home, perfect. Just practice different grinds and see what you like best. Otherwise, just ask your butcher to grind some for you. So yeah, step number 1, fat is king. Step 2, don't beat your meat. Now what I mean by that is you've got your mince. It's a nice rough grind. You don't want to work it too much. If you work the meat too much, you're going to end up with a meatball texture, and we're not cooking meatballs here, we're cooking burgers. So what we want to do is just take that mince and without playing with it too much, just form it into a ball. Because we want it to be loose, we want there to be loose strands, we want it to be flaky, slightly crumbly, so when that goes down onto the griddle, smashes down, all the moisture, all the fat is just going to run through that. When it comes off, it's not going to be tough, there's not going to be a lot of bite to it, it's going to be beautiful. So rule number 2, don't play with your meat. Step number 3, keep it simple. You would have noticed that when I formed the meat, it was literally just minced beef, nothing else, no binders, no egg, no spices, no onion. Keep it nice and simple. You want the beef to shine through, and then when you smash the burger down, you're going to get that Maillard reaction, you're going to get the caramelisation, and that's where you're going to get all your flavour. You want the beef to shine through, so don't worry about any binders. You would have noticed I've not even seasoned this. What we're going to do is when it goes on the griddle, we're going to salt it. When we flip it, we're going to put some pepper on. The reason we don't put the pepper in first is because the griddle's going to be so hot, we don't want the pepper to burn and turn bitter. So once it smashes down, the salt goes on, then we flip, and then we salt and pepper the other side. And that's what we're looking for. So rule number 3, step number 3, keep it simple. So step 4, you want a nice screaming hot griddle or cast iron pan. I like to get my pan to about 250 centigrade Celsius, about 500 Fahrenheit. That is the optimum temperature for smashing that mince down, getting that caramelisation, getting that crust, and ultimately getting that flavour. So step number 4, 250 degrees centigrade or 400 degrees Fahrenheit, cast iron griddle, soapstone, cast iron skillet, whatever you've got available, whatever you're using to smash the burgers down, try and heat it to 250 C or 500 F. Step number 5, respect the first contact. And what I mean by that is when your meat first touches the cast iron and you smash it down, you want the meat to, you want that full contact of the meat on the cast iron, you want it to stay where it is. So when you smash it down, you don't want the burger to lift back up. So make sure whatever you're using as a smasher is oiled, so it slips off the meat and the meat stays flat against the cast iron griddle. Or use some wax paper, cling film foil, as long as you keep that burger, when the first contact on that cast iron, it stays exactly where it is, and don't move it around at all. Basically, when it smashes down, all that energy, all that heat from the griddle, it's going to hit the beef, it's going to create that sear. If you move it around, you're going to lose all that energy, a lot of that heat, you're not going to get the sear that we want for the perfect smash burger. So step number 5, respect the first contact. For this cook, we are using the Kamado Joe Classic 3. We've got the divide and conquer system in place. We've got one grate on the middle level, which is where we're going to be making our sauce. And we've got the soapstone that we're going to be using for smashing the burgers. We've got that on the top level. And what we've done, we've lit a fire. So we're going to let that come up to temperature along with the soapstone. You want the soapstone to come up to temperature at the same time as the Kamado. You don't want to put your soapstone in when the Kamado Joe is already up to temperature, because the thermal shock may crack the soapstone. So put that in at the start and do what you normally do. Close your lids, open your vents, bring it up to temperature. If you've got an infrared thermometer, great. Just keep your eye on this. Like I said, we're looking for 250C, 500F. Quick handy tip, if you're stuck for something to use as a smasher, this is just a plasterer's trowel with some foil wrapped around it. That simple. Lovely surface area, beaut. So we're going to make a cheddar cheese and candied jalapeno sauce. We're going to do that while we're waiting for the soapstone to come up to temperature. So what we're going to do to start with is we're going to make a roux for the sauce. So about a tablespoon of butter, and we're just going to gently melt down. Once the butter's melted, I'm going to add in about a tablespoon of flour. I'm just going to stir that for about a minute or two, constantly stirring to form our roux. And then I'm going to start adding the milk. We've got about 180, 190 mils of milk, and we're going to put it in bit by bit, about 30, 40 mil at a time. And then remember to stir that right in before adding more. The key is to not get lumps, is to just keep stirring, stirring, stirring. Next in, we've got about half a teaspoon of paprika, half a teaspoon of garlic powder, some salt and some pepper. So we're going to go ahead and add that into the mix. And again, just give that a good stir to incorporate all of that into the sauce. And then add in, got about a tablespoon or so, maybe 2 tablespoons of candied jalapenos. If you're using fresh jalapenos, then just 1 diced jalapeno will be fine. 2, if you're feeling brave, if you like a bit of a kick. So about a tablespoon and a half of candied jalapenos going into there. And now we're just going to simmer this away for about 10-15 minutes. So the stone is now up to temperature. Sauce is just waiting for the cheese. Just going to grill the buns quickly. That's the buns toasted. Now onto the main event, the burgers. So sit them on the griddle like so. And all we're going to do is take our smasher and push down, smash, just like that. Same with this one, smash, and again, smash. You can see they're all stuck to the surface. We've lost a little bit of this one, schoolboy error, but they're stuck to the surface. Respect that first contact. And now is when we're going to go in with some salt. Don't try and move them about. You want them to sit right where they are, get that glorious crust. You'll know when they're ready to turn, because the juices will start appearing on the surface of the meat, and that will let you know when they're ready to flip. So the juices are starting to form on the top of this, so these are ready to flip. And wear gloves, it is very hot in there, but this should come away without any resistance. And there you go, look at that beautiful crust. That is exactly what we're after. That is the flavour. So now is the time to add your black pepper, plenty of it. These love black pepper. Might lose some arm hair here. Whew, there's that. The black pepper. Let's go in with a touch more salt. And then on with your cheese. I know we've got cheese and jalapeno sauce, but sod it, we're in charge, it's our rules. Cheese is on. And then all we're going to do is shut that lid down and let that cheese melt. And there we have it. Smashburgers, done right. These are ready to pull. We're going to turn these into these delicious nacho cheese and jalapeno burgers. Now to finish the sauce with the cheese. So add that to that sauce with the jalapenos that we made. Just give that a good stir. We're looking for a nice thick sauce. We're just going to pour over our Smashburgers. So let's let that cheese melt. Cheese is almost melted into the sauce. Another minute and we're good to go. So let's crack on and build the burger. So that is how you do the perfect smash burger. Nice, crumbly, lovely char, lovely caramelisation on that burger. You know that it's going to be good. But now we're going to pimp this up. So we are going to add a couple of nachos, bit of crunch. So just top them on. And now this is that gorgeous cheddar cheese and candied jalapeno sauce. This is where things get filthy. So we're just going to drizzle that over the burger like so. Those jalapenos, oh yes, you know this is going to be so naughty. And then lastly, you can add a few more jalapenos if you want, some fresh ones. Add anything else that tickles your fancy. I'm going with just this. We're going to top it, bit of mustard on the bun, like so. I'm sure you're all waiting for me to go in for the taste of this beautiful, dirty burger. Double smash burger, cheddar cheese and candied jalapeno sauce, crispy nachos. Let's go in. Oh my mate. Oh my mate. Crust on the burger, first and foremost, is absolutely brilliant. The burger blend has worked really well. We've got the skirt steak and we've got the shin, and we topped it off with some fat. I've probably got it all around my chops, I don't care. But then that cheddar and jalapeno sauce really gives it just that extra filthiness, the extra sexiness. Let's just go in and take one more bite. I mean, look at that bit. Look at that bit. It's calling my name. Oh mate, honestly. Oh mate. That is just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So that's been my easy guide, 5 steps to the perfect smash burger, and then we finish it off with dirty cheddar cheese, candied jalapeno sauce with nachos. It's absolutely beautiful. Please give it a go. Happy days.